Today we are out here on the Snake River. If you guys have watched some of my previous fishing videos, this general area here is nothing new. I mean, this is pretty much where I grew up fishing, on the Snake River. So just decided to come down here and just camp around. Not really sure how the fishing is gonna go, but this video is pretty much just a camping video, just to break that cabin fever that we've all struggled with throughout the winter. So we're gonna set up tent, we're gonna camp, we're gonna cook some good food, we're gonna fish and hopefully catch some fish. So with that being said, let's go gather some firewood and let's get to camping. So this whole time, my dad and I, we've just been gathering firewood. We're just trying to set up our camp. That way later we can make a fire and we don't have to worry about low inventory on wood. And so as I was going back and forth, I look up on this hillside and there's a bunch of little dots silhouetted against the sky, and figured I'd just throw the spotter on them and just to see what they were. And it's a doe and two fawns, mule deer. And it's just awesome because I got this spotting scope at the end of our 2019 hunting season. So I never really got to use it at all, and so I've been really excited to finally get out here and use my spotting scope. This is the Vortex Razor 27 to 60 by 85 spotting scope. I'm not very experienced with spotting scopes. I haven't owned a lot of spotting scopes. In fact, this is my first one I've owned, and I can tell you we're going to be spotting and identifying a lot of animals through this thing right here. So it's going to be a good hunting season. Welcome to the crib. I get this whole tent all to myself. So just gonna show you guys what I'm gonna be sleeping in. You guys saw me huffing and puffing for my sleeping pad on the bottom. And then here's my sleeping bag. This is a sleeping bag I got from my sister-in-law for Christmas. This is my first time like legit camping outside of a vehicle with a sleeping bag. So super stoked to try it out. It's a hike and bike Aeolus 15-degree bag. It's a down bag, so I'm just laying it out flat right now. That way all the feathers can poof up. That way when I come to bed, it's all nice and poofy and warm for me. And then just a nice little pillow. I don't know about you guys, but I'm the type of person where if I don't have a pillow, I will have a very rough night of sleep. So I always have to have a pillow of some sort. If I don't have a pillow, then I'll just use like a jacket or something. But fortunately for me, I didn't forget a pillow this time. So with a pillow, I like to stick it inside the sleeping bag instead of putting it on the outside, because when I put it on the inside, that pillow can't move around when I'm like tossing and turning it at night. So when you put it in the hood, it's just there and one less thing to worry about. So That's what I'm gonna eat for dinner tonight. Should hit the spot. The wind is blowing. It's a little bit cold, but it's not like cold cold. So something warm like this should definitely hit the spot. Not sure a square bill is gonna do it.
No, but it will, dude.
But we'll see.
I think you have a high chance of landing fish tonight. The square bill.
Just gonna try to imitate a crawdad. I wonder if there's anything under the dock.
No,
Nothing.
nothing yet.
Alright, so last night I just kind of left you guys on a rough ending because nighttime took over and the lighting was bad, so I didn't really want to film. But yesterday night we were just bottom fishing for catfish. We caught like 6 bullhead catfish and we caught 3 channel catfish. So it was a decent night of fishing. I didn't go to bed until 4:30 in the morning, so I woke up around 11 o'clock. I know I slept in a little bit, but it's kind of perfect timing because during this time of the year I want to be bass fishing when it's the warmest time of the day. So like right now it's like noon, so hopefully this warm temp gets the smallmouth bass active. So I'm gonna be experimenting with this little guy right here. This is a marabou jig. It's meant for steelhead, but I got a feeling it's gonna catch a bass, so we're just gonna give it a try. You can't learn new baits if you don't try something new. This one's pretty light. I should have put on the heavier one because I have 2 weights. I think this is like a 1/8 ounce. I should have put on the 3/8 ounce. But for now, we'll just work with this. So since the crankbait was working the top column of the water, this one I'm gonna let it sink to the bottom. I'm just gonna jig it off the bottom. Not exactly sure how to work this bait yet. Well, maybe it's a sign to change lures. We're still on our bass mission. We're gonna hike around and go fish the main body of the river. We've been fishing sloughs so far and we caught only one, so we're gonna switch strategies, and instead of fishing these little outlets, we're just gonna fish the main river. We'll see if that's gonna change the day for us. It's warming up, so hopefully this gets the bass a little bit more active. So this right here is the little slough we were fishing. Just on the other side, that's where the river is. I thought that was a fish. Alright, got a piece of suckerfish on there, and we're just gonna bottom fish with the Carolina rig, and we'll just see if we can catch a catfish. Just a standard hook. I also got a piece of night crawler on there, and just hook the suckerfish through the skin, and hopefully the fish doesn't come off and we can catch a fish. I don't know much about the structure or why the fish hang out here, but they just hang out here, so I can't really teach you guys anything beyond the idea that the fish are just in here. So that's pretty much what we've been doing this whole time, just gathering firewood, and now it's dark, everybody's just gathered around the campfire, so we're just chilling. But fishing was kind of slow where we were camped, so I just moved over here maybe like 50 yards from the camp and decided to test the waters on this side over here. So hopefully we can catch at least one. It's been a long time since I pulled in a fish, 24 hours almost. Alright, the bite has been pretty slow, so I think I'm just gonna call it a night. Didn't catch a single fish today, but it's okay, because the important thing was just coming out here and spending time in the outdoors. I'm gonna reel in my rod and I'm gonna go to bed. Oh, I think I just got a bite. Oh, I think I got a fish. Oh, heck yeah, I have a fish. I got a fish. I didn't even know he was on. Heck yeah. Would you look at that? I didn't even know how to fish because, you know, it was kind of dark, and so I couldn't keep eyes on my rod the whole time. I never saw him pulling on my rod, and so I just thought that there was nothing, but the more I started to reel, he was just on there. That's awesome. Got it off a piece of suckerfish. There it is. My only catch for today. There it goes. Alright, well that's pretty much it for this trip. Just more so of a camping trip more than anything else, plus a little fishing. Didn't really catch much fish on this trip, but kind of expected that, so I'm just trying to take this piece of sucker off. And yeah, we're gonna head back home and back to quarantining ourselves. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.